Picture this. You're in court trying to keep your composure as you sit and listen to that narcissist lie, make all these logical fallacies, and once they're done talking, you're able to calmly compose yourself and refute their arguments, their logical fallacies, and you have evidence. And you're calm, you're coming across credible, and the judge is really hearing you, really engaged with what you're saying. You can tell that they're really considering your position. Wouldn't that feel so good, just to feel like you're heard, in that maybe, just maybe, the judge is not being swayed by the narcissist and their logical fallacies that they're using? That would be great, right? Well, if you're interested in learning more about how to spot logical fallacies and then how to refute those logical fallacies, make sure you stick around to watch this video. I may do a part 2 because I want this video to be less than 7 minutes. So I'm going to identify the 3 common logical fallacies that narcissists typically use. And then maybe I'll do a part 2 where I will give some tips for how the best way to refute those logical fallacies. So with that being said, we're going to get straight to the 3 logical fallacies. Number 1 logical fallacy that the narcissist will typically use in court is what's called an ad hominem attack. And that's where the narcissist attacks your character instead of focusing on the argument. So an example of this could be, maybe you tell the court that you have records showing that you solely have attended all of the medical appointments for Johnny, and that the narcissistic co-parent has never attended any of the medical appointments, and you have proof to show that. And then the narcissistic co-parent says, Your Honor, you can't trust anything that he or she says because he or she is emotionally unstable. He or she suffers from anxiety, and so you can't listen to anything that they say. They're unreliable. That's an ad hominem attack. Instead of focusing on the argument itself, instead of presenting evidence to refute the fact that, hey, I do have proof to show that I have been attending these medical appointments, instead you seek to attack the person's character. So that's number 1. Number two is a straw man fallacy. So a straw man fallacy is when you misrepresent somebody's argument in order to make it easier to attack. So for example, you say, Your Honor, I think we should continue to follow the court order that has been in place for the past 3 years as it pertains to Johnny, where it shows that I have the child Monday through Friday, and then the other parent has the child every other weekend because of his work schedule and also chunks of time in the summer. And so the narcissistic co-parent hears that, and instead of focusing on that argument, right? Instead of focusing on whether or not the current schedule is in the best interest of the child and continues to be in the best interest of the child, instead of focusing on that, instead they say something like, so basically what you're saying is that you are the better parent and I don't deserve to have time with my child. You just want me not to be in my child's life. Like, wait a minute, hold up. How did you get that from me saying that because of your work schedule, it's in the best interest of the child for us to continue with the same schedule that we've been doing for the past 3 years? Like, how did you get that I'm saying that you don't deserve to be a parent? You don't deserve to have more time with your child? Like, what? That's a straw man fallacy. Number 3, a false dilemma, also known as either or thinking fallacy. So an example, the other parent presents their request to the court and says, Your Honor, I'm asking that the court grants a week on, week off access schedule. If you don't order a week on, week off access schedule, then basically my child's gonna be alienated from me. Okay, so either you grant the week on, week off, or I guess my child and I won't have a relationship. Wait a minute, time out, hold on. Right? Can we consider some other possibilities here? I mean, we have a 2-2-3 schedule. We could do a every other weekend schedule, a 2-2-5 schedule. Like, where did you get this idea that if you don't do week on, week off, then you're going to be alienated from your child, right? Like, are there any other options here? That would be an either or false dilemma fallacy. So, quick recap. First fallacy that we covered was the ad hominem attack, right? Which is the personal attacks. Number 2, the straw man fallacy, which is misrepresenting your position or your argument to make it easier to attack. And number 3 is the false dilemma either or fallacy. All right. Now that you have learned about these 3 common logical fallacies that narcissists typically use, during custody battles, you will feel more equipped, more empowered to go into that courtroom and to refute their logical fallacies and to advocate for yourself. And so if you're interested in seeing me do a video where I give some examples for how you can actually refute these logical fallacies, let me know in the comment section. Just say I'm interested in the part 2. Also like the video to let me and the algorithm know that you found this content helpful. And also comment down below any other suggestions for ideas. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can also send me an email to nasheia@gmail.com. And until next time, remember, you're not in this journey alone. Let me hold your hand and walk with you as you go through this. All right, take care until next time. Bye-bye.